Right. Welcome to another episode of the Meta Kings podcast, where it's been, I don't know how many days, but we're still on air.
Been some time.
Yeah, the liberals haven't got us yet. We're not canceled yet. So listen, we're back. As you can see, it's a different type of setup. I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? We get to kind of kick back, relax, chill, you know what I'm saying, and just get to really speak to the people. So before I ask Jay how his week was, full disclaimer, listen, if you're one of those young Republicans or lefty for love or whatever you are, you might want to turn this off. But if you're somebody who just wants to hear two guys give our take on things going on and you have an opinion about the whole Kanye Kyrie situation, get a little closer to your screen, text a friend. They want to be here. Grab your drink, grab your little smoke, your hookah, and let's have a good time. So Jay, how was your week, my boy?
My week was good, man. What's up, man? What's going on, Meta Kings community? We missed you. Big shout out to everybody who's been following us. We're still on the road to
10K.
10K. So get us there, right? Share it, subscribe. Definitely jump in the comments. Big shout out to our number one supporter.
Yes.
Peaches
and Creamy, a.k.a. Lil Nini.
Lil Nini, yeah. Thank you for, everything you do for us. And yeah, man, my week was good though, man. Week was good. I miss you guys. I speak to this guy every day, so
Hold on, I got a little challenge for Lil Nini, man, because she's been doing a dope job.
What's up?
Create us a fan page, right?
Oh, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Become the president of the fan club, create a fan page, get some people to follow it. You know what I'm saying? We'll show love. We'll have a good time with it. You know what I'm saying? But, that's just a little challenge to you. You've been the best. You're awesome. You're great. You plug us to other podcasters, so we appreciate you.
Big time.
Big time.
Big time. Going back to that, my week was good, though, man. I miss you guys. A big shout out to you on the last episode with Andrew.
Oh yeah, thanks, bro.
Yeah, we definitely got to do a follow up to see.
Oh yeah, I've kept in contact with him. Okay. He's still going through it. Just to give you guys a little update. So the first court date that he had was a preliminary. It wasn't the trial, the arena. So that's coming up. He promised to keep us updated so we can keep you guys updated so we can follow along because
we definitely want to know how everything went.
Yeah, a lot of interest and a lot of support for the kid.
And then did we drop it? I think we dropped it in the description. He offered anybody who wanted to actually tune in and watch the episode live.
We dropped his email and his Instagram so he can give direct contact and he can send it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So let's dive right into it.
Well, I want to talk about my week, man.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. How was your week?
My week, I don't understand how my brother of so many years forgot to shout me out for my birthday. You feel me?
Shoot, happy freaking birthday.
It's a young boy birthday. Scorpio, my Scorpio stand up, we in here.
Yo, if you're watching this live or whatever, definitely drop in the comments, happy birthday to Dami.
November 6th, baby.
November 6th. Many more blessings to you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. We grow old and we're doing this podcast and y'all follow us and we follow you guys and support each other, man.
Yeah, listen. And that kind of goes into my week. Normally, being a party promoter for a certain amount of years, every year I do a party. You know what I mean? It serves both functions. I get paid and I have a good time to get paid. But this year kind of wanted to do something calm with friends and family. So we did a little karaoke. We went out and had a good time. But promise you, 2023, God Spare Our Lives is going to be a bashment. You are all invited. We are going to have a good time.
It's going to be a what?
A bashment.
Okay.
Something wrong with that word?
No.
And if you don't believe me, ask about the party we did in 2022. Whole vibe, right?
Yeah.
It was lit. So we're gonna get right into it, bro. So this is something that's passionate, for you, most definitely. For me too, but
not for
I know
me. No.
From our conversations, you really have a lot to say about this. So
it's not a lot to say. I mean, I do have a lot to say about this. I guess we could both introduce it.
I mean, the whole world got a lot to say.
Yeah, man.
We're kind of late to the party.
Yeah. Huh?
We're kind of late to the party, truth be told.
Right. Y'all. I don't even think you have to be on social media. I mean, you just open up your Google and you just see headlines that's been going on for the past month. About the artist formerly known as Kanye West, who goes by Ye West, Kyrie Irving, and just a lot of just been a lot going on, and so we decided that we're gonna take the time. For most of you guys who've been keeping up with us, we actually do speak about Kanye a lot. That's my guy. Little tweaks a little bit, but that's still my guy.
A little bit.
That's still my guy. So yeah, we're just gonna, I guess, tackle what's going on, and let us know how you guys feel. If you agree with us, if you don't agree with us,
Drop it in those comments.
definitely drop it in the comments, right?
Yeah. So who you want to start with, Kanye or Kyrie?
Kanye West.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alphabetical
Ye
order.
West. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Ye. Mr. Ye.
West. Ye West.
All right. So let's review the facts of the case, right? Like we're in the courtroom. Let's review the facts. So Kanye has come out recently. He's done a couple interviews. He's done an interview with Drink Champs. He's done an interview with Piers Morgan, where he's kind of said a couple things that's kind of, polarized the nation.
Right.
Different people have different views on it, right? I think this kind of all came to a head when he wore that White Lives Matter shirt at that fashion show, right? And it kind of sent the country in a tailspin, man, that I don't even think we've stopped spinning. So
it sent the country or a specific group of people?
I think the whole country, bro.
Okay.
I think so. I'm not speaking about like who it offended. I'm just saying as in regards to the conversation that's been had and the reaction to it, I think it's the whole country that's been on top of it. So from what I know, and you can jump in anytime, or if you want to take it, because I know you've been doing a lot of research on it. What I know so far, I know he said, he went on a Drink Champs episode where he said, one of the things he said is that about like how a lot of black people at the top want to say something they can't say, which is the influence that Jews have, right? Working with the Jews in terms of like working on them in Hollywood.
Right.
He mentioned working with them in terms of higher up in fashion, rap labels. He even mentioned real estate. He went on a tirade. That's one of the things he said.
Right.
He also mentioned, and this is a sensitive topic, apologize to anyone who this kind of brings any type of traumatic feelings to, but he mentioned George Floyd. He mentioned that George Floyd, that fentanyl was more the death of the cause than, Derek Chauvin having his knee on his neck.
Right.
So he mentioned a few things that kind of sent the world in a tailspin. So Jay, what you think, bro?
I want to know, what do you think? Cause
you can't answer a question with a question. It's a rule of thumb, my friend.
I'm not doing that. So whenever we converse and we discuss on a topic, because me and him, we've been having back and forth. I don't believe. How do I feel about the whole situation, man? I don't believe Kanye should have been canceled.
Okay. And when you say canceled, what do you mean, like?
And it's funny. Because I'll explain what I'm doing. But because when me and you speak about, if a person should be like, if Kanye should have been canceled, or the next person that we'll speak about, which is Kyrie Irving, and he has to go through a series of things before he could be granted access back to play and get paid in
6 steps.
Right, 6 steps. Craziness, right? And then you tell me, well, he should have did this, or he should have did this, or Kanye should never said this, and Black Lives Matter, or White Lives Matter, the whole 9 yards, right? But then in the same breath, on the same statement, like, we started the show, and we, it's still such and such 100 and something days, and we have still not yet been what? Canceled, right? So, you don't think that's crazy, preposterous? The fact that we, where does your First Amendment kick in?
Well, see, that's what kind of my views kind of differ. Because
we started talking about, what did we start talking on? We started talking about a few episodes ago. As a matter of fact, I do remember I think it was along the lines of something in the LGBTQ plus community, and I forgot exactly what it was, and we were a little bit skeptical that if we don't tread lightly, somebody, an individual who probably identifies in that community could possibly watch it and take offense to any our personal views on what we're talking about,
right?
And we could stand a chance of not being able to be aired on YouTube, monetized, or and all these other platforms. Is that fair?
No, it's not. It's not.
Right. So, but then, and I'm sorry, I'm not attacking you, right? Because I just, because when we do talk, I want you, because part of and this is not just, guys, this is not just towards Dami, this is just towards anybody. I believe that the issue with these gentlemen and what we see going on in the public right now is I don't think it's fair. You know, I don't think it's fair how a person expresses their opinion, and especially, I mean, as excuse me, I'm trying to find the words. I call Kyrie like a free thinker. Kanye was the same as well. And they might say a statement or retweet something, and if the intent when we're talking about something on the episode, when the intent is not from a malicious conscious place. You know what I'm saying? Why should we stand a chance of? Why should anybody stand a chance of expressing their opinions on something or anything?
But see, I feel like that's the key for me.
What's the key?
Intent doesn't justify the result. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I don't really know what you're saying. Explain.
So for example, if I decide to take my car right down 7th Avenue, and I intend to stop at the red light, but my brakes fail, and I hit a bunch of people, I can still go to jail for criminally negligent homicide. Now, I might not get as many years as somebody who intended to commit murder.
Run that back again. So if you take your car down 7th Avenue and what?
And I intend to brake at the red light, but my brakes fail. They're not going to say, yeah, you killed 3 people, but your brakes failed. It's not your fault. It's a wash. Someone's going to have to be held accountable. So I don't see how it's not the same.
But continue.
My thing is this, right? On the whole, because I kind of wanted to, with the Kanye thing, I don't really want to jump from Kanye to Kyrie. I wanted to kind of address me personally.
Go ahead.
Kanye's interview with Piers Morgan, and then his interview with the Drink Champs.
Right.
So
and for those of you guys who don't know, they got scared, so they took Drink Champs is another podcast on platform. They took the episode down.
They took the episode down.
Less than 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I think like it depends on your views of what cancellation is, right? So
if you stop contracts, if you take down footage. That's being canceled, man. That's right. Information. You're depriving people of information. You're blocking out, resources. That's called canceled, bro.
I mean, I want to see. The thing is, where me and you disagree, I feel like what people to me is a mistake, and I want everybody to kind of get close to your kind of screens. Get close to your screens. Put your ear on your speaker, however you're listening. Right. The First Amendment's freedom of speech just means that for 99% of what you say, you can't be arrested for it. There'll be no criminal indictment held against you. That does not mean you're not going to face consequences. And I feel like this is where people that's where the disconnect is. If Kanye says something that offends people, so for example, let's say Kanye says, let me see, all Nigerians stink, right? And I'm a Nigerian male, right? And I own a company that sells Yeezy.
Right.
You can't tell me I can't cancel Kanye. It's my company. I don't like what he says. He had every right to say it, but guess what? I have every right to cancel him. It's a private company. So this whole attitude where people shouldn't be outraged, Kanye can say whatever he want to say, and people can feel however they want to feel. And if they own, and this whole thing where, oh, okay, look what the Jews are doing. And if Jews are in positions of power where they have private organizations that run things, and you say something about Jews, guess what? Most likely, you're going to be canceled if they own these companies. It has to go both ways. You can't say Kanye can say whatever he want, but the people who he offends can't do whatever they want. That's where kind of, I'm not saying that he should be canceled publicly and people shouldn't listen to his music no more. That's all public. But people who he offended have every right to do whatever they want with their own entities. That's my thing.
I mean, listen, bro. So let's and I can probably pull up on my phone. I do have some notes. Canceled, however, though, right? Because I don't necessarily agree with nobody. I mean, unless you're completely crazy, gets in a car, go down any avenue, and intends to slam into people.
No,
right?
Well, so, like you said, unless you're completely crazy.
Unless you're completely crazy, and then that rarely happens. Kanye West lost contracts with Balenciaga, Adidas. I mean, they
all privately owned.
yeah,
They had every right.
Forbes actually came out. He was a billionaire, and he's no longer considered a billionaire. I mean, according to Forbes, right?
Right.
But when you know, and what your network is all everything from liquidity to your assets, contracts, right? Chase, after his statement, Chase send him a letter, and I believe he has a date where they've terminated and ended his relationship, right? And I just feel like
super excessive.
Huh?
That's super excessive.
So that's my thing is like I definitely do agree with you, you know, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
like,
sorry, it's funny to me.
I definitely agree with you. You know, your First Amendment right gives you the freedom of speech, right, to be able to express how you feel without to an extent without being prosecuted in the law. But canceled, because we spoke about this on last previous episode. Canceled is bigger than that. Yes, I do. But do you think that it's fair? Like, because when we're talking about something, I think with transgender, and I was like, yo, I don't know if I want to answer that because
then I got mad, like, bro, we're not gonna dodge around this all the time.
And I think people are insensitive when it comes to these guys that we're clearly seeing like being Kanye West said a statement on TMZ the other day, and he came back and apologized later on for what he said about George Floyd.
Yeah, but he said it. He said it, and you can apologize.
But these
all
are
you
facts,
want.
though. You know, when George Floyd, unfortunately, when they did the autopsy, he had fentanyl.
He had
in the system.
traces of fentanyl. Correct. That's not what killed him. That's not what killed him, and that's not what Kanye said. Kanye did it. So this is the thing: whether Kanye should be canceled or not is one topic. But that's kind of what I wanted to ask you about, right? And I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Go ahead.
What do you feel about his actual statements? And let's start with the
So give me an example of statements.
Yes, let's start with
because I'm pretty sure you guys are all, you guys have you, and let us know how you feel in the comments. You know what I'm saying? On how you feel. But go ahead, ask me the statements,
right,
and answer his statements too.
Of course. Let's start with the Drink Champs, right? He said that.
Did you watch the Drink Champs episode?
I didn't watch the whole thing
entirely, but okay.
No, but I watched clips of it.
Okay.
So he said that, and this is the part that's kind of he disclaimed that he got this. He was watching a Candace Owens film.
Okay.
Everyone knows Candace Owens is a very, very popular Black Republican who, I don't consider myself Democrat Republican. Candace Owens says a lot of kind of crazy things. Like it is what it is.
Okay.
She says a lot of things that's kind of like, and they're trying to lead a Blexit, like, which I don't understand how they're trying to do it with their attack.
Right.
But he said that George Floyd his neck wasn't even on his back like that.
Right.
8 minutes is not having your knee in somebody's neck. 8 minutes is not like that, even after they're unconscious.
No, I agree with you because in that post at TMZ, it was a video, and when he came out, he apologized. He kind of retracted what he said. He's like, you know what? In the last few days, I told you guys that the Jewish media runs everything, right? The right, and it's true. I mean, anyway.
Is it?
So we'll dive deeper into that. He goes, but in the last few days, they have made it their intention to make sure that he fell off the $1 billion status quo, which entirely he did. And he goes, now I understand what it felt like to have equivalent to having a knee on my neck with George Floyd. And for me, when he get that apology, it's like, oh.
He's bugging. I really wish he would just leave George Floyd's name out his mouth. Nobody got a knee on your $1 billion neck, bruv. You know what's so funny to me? I'm sorry. I gotta say this.
You go from being a billionaire to
I don't care.
Overnight.
Guess what? Give me $1 million then, bro.
No, it's not.
I'll take 10 knees in my neck, bro.
Huh?
Give me $1 million. You know one thing that he said that was so funny to me? He goes on the Piers Morgan interview, and I first of all, what Kanye's doing, he's politicking. Kanye is completely
genius,
partisan. He's a Republican genius, and everything he does is catering to his Republican friends. He goes, even if I was to campaign and I don't have unlimited resources, he goes, and I swear to you, I wrote it down in my notes. He goes, in my bank account, I got around $128 million, so my resources aren't unlimited. What, nigga? What are you talking about? You're crying about having $128 million in your bank account?
Everything.
I have about $12.80 in mine. I'll take a meal.
Everything is relative though. So his lifestyle, his upkeep, 120-something million to somebody who was a billionaire. It's
But
poor.
bro. Before he came out with all of that stuff, where was he living?
What do you mean?
Before he said everything he said, that billionaire was living where?
In Calabasas? Well, like,
No, he had no home. He was actively homeless.
yeah, but that's by choice, man.
Okay, so
that's by choice,
you
man.
clearly don't have a lifestyle.
If
you live in
no, that's by choice because
on your friends' couches.
no, that's by choice. And if you actually watched the Drink Champs thing, he had like some people in his camp that was telling, yo, bro, you're bugging. Like, yo, you're a freaking billionaire and you over here talking about you have no crib. But you know, he did a little petty shit like with Kim. He bought the crib right across the street or right next to them so he could be closer to his kids.
Oh, did you hear who else did that?
Giselle Bundchen. Footballer's wife. Tom Brady.
So Kanye don't seem so crazy no more, does he?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen.
He want to be close to his kids.
When you got it like that, you got it like that. But you know, look, all I'm with the on Kanye's thing. Kanye is I just don't like. The thing with Kanye is that, like, I don't think he's not a perfectionist. He's beyond like your average level thinking guy. He's a genius,
way
man.
beyond. He's a genius.
You know what I'm saying?
And genius.
And what he's done for the culture, music wise, just even in fashion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most people will overlook that, but you know, he set the trend for a lot that's happening.
But people shouldn't overlook that. But that's what I think. And Kanye is so smart, bro.
And wait. So now when I believe Kanye's issue is because on the contrary, Kyrie doesn't have this issue, but Kanye's issue is how he expresses his feelings. When he gets so emotional, sometimes he just blurts out things and he means what he says, but you know, it'll go over a lot of people's heads. It's like, yo, bro, what the hell did you just say? Like he tried explaining his White Lives Matters T-shirt.
What was the explanation? I need to hear.
I don't even know. He said he told his father, and his father started laughing, something like that. But I heard something about like all the money and all the sales that went towards that. He put those proceeds towards Black Foundation and stuff like that.
Not good enough. I'm sorry. Not good enough because that's the thing. Kanye said something, and I kind of wanted to bring this up, right?
You know, my issue is with this because he's right. Kanye has said some things in which a lot of people probably not going to agree. He goes, slavery was a choice. Remember that? You said slavery was a choice.
Whose choice?
For whoever decided to be slaves, to remain slaves. But this was, I think he was.
So what's his solution? Mass suicide?
I think this was in reference towards like Harriet Tubman.
But see, this is a problem with Kanye. He's arrogant. We don't care about what you think about slavery, bro. He thinks too high. You know, okay. He said something in the Piers Morgan interview, and he said it. First of all, every time Kanye interviews with a white person, white Kanye comes out. And when he interviews with a black person, black Kanye comes out. So he's sitting there on Piers Morgan. Yeah, so I consider myself one of the top 5 writers ever. Okay, so but he said, I'm more of a Matisse than a Picasso.
Right.
Right? Kanye's an arrogant man. So he feels like, and it's kind of like we feed into it. I'm the type of person, and remember, I've said this before about racists.
Right.
You guys are babies. You're whining about something that's not going to change. I'm always going to be black. I can't go into a closet and come out white, okay? If I want to move to Tennessee, I'm going to move there. Houses in New York are going for so high. If I find a house in Tennessee that's half the price, I'm going to move there. You don't like it, that's your problem.
Right.
If you got a gun, I'm going to get one too. I kind of feel like there's certain people who get power because of how people perceive them, listen to them, receive them. Some people you got to let scream in the wind. I feel like Kanye's a very smart guy. He's a genius. But we have to stop hanging on every word the man says because he's clearly not stable. This is the same man that was talking about oppression of the blacks. We're the new slaves. All falls down. Now you're going to walk out with a White Lives Matter shirt. He just wants attention, bro. He just wants a lot of attention.
I don't think he wants attention because, so he said, so on the Drink Champs episode, he was talking about how the people that's at the top and that control the media, that control the narrative, that control these record labels, that artists, and then that's in the hip hop community. He goes, those are owned by Jewish owners, right?
Says who?
Says the man that's up there, bro. Those are his peers, bro.
So then list them.
Wait a minute, huh?
He should have listed them.
But he did. They took the episode down, bro.
No, but he didn't. He
did. I saw the whole thing. They took the episode down.
So he
and
listed
the reason
that
why,
every media outlet is owned by a Jew.
And it goes back to that's why I say it goes back to exactly what he was saying, where he's like, for instance, a label assigned Young Thug and all these dudes to talk about, belittling women and abuse of drugs and the whole 9 yards, blah, 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 and killing one another, right?
Mm-hmm. I seen that.
Right.
I actually have that in my notes.
What?
About what he said about that.
Right. But who owns these labels?
Who cares?
That's crazy, bro.
Who cares? If you and I if we didn't listen to it, can Young Thug make money off it? Could the label not make money off it? That's the thing. No one is forcing people to listen to what's being put out there.
Basically, but see, he's financially and just in other areas, he's on a different bracket, a different level than us, right? So when he's saying something like, "Yo, they don't care about you," blah blah, he went on a little rant where he was, I think he owned like 50 or 40 something percent on an Adidas board, and he was going out, and I know it had to do with designs. And it had to do with just different propaganda that they were trying to push. And I believe what happens is that, I mean, he's, how dudes be like, he trigger happy, he's Twitter happy.
Yeah.
So the moment Kanye somebody said something to him,
he'll run on Twitter.
Right, he'll go to Twitter and say, you know what, I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on Nolan. Right? And we don't understand. That's what I'm saying. It's how he expresses. You don't understand where, because I mean, dude, I literally watched the whole episode. It was like 3 hours long, and
I can't listen to Kanye for 3 hours. God bless you. Can't do it.
I watched it. It was 3 hours long, and towards like the second hour, he started to, because they Nori and it was like, yo Kanye, but you're not gonna apologize? No, I'm not. Right? And towards the second hour, he started to explain what he meant and why he said, and then he apologized even to the families, he was like, for anybody that, cause he gets it, but he was saying why he doesn't want to even like retract his statement is because I want your kids to watch this and say, yo, daddy, why is he saying this about us?
Yeah, but my thing is, bro,
right?
And I understand
because
that.
Because they control the narrative.
But who's they though? We also play a part in controlling that narrative, bro.
So if we got canceled, right? Thank God we didn't. But if we got canceled for speaking about a specific community, right? And I already said the community. You could ask me from now to that kingdom come, who is they? But cancel means that if they just told us that, unfortunately, we no longer want to air your show on YouTube, whatever the whole name is. You could ask who they is. We don't know who they is, but they exist.
But hold on.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That's why I told you there's two different things. I don't have to agree with him being canceled to not agree with what he said.
No. What I'm trying to tell you is that they exist.
Okay.
I can't give you
the
names. This is not a conspiracy.
They exist in a private institution. And here's the thing.
How's that private institution? How's that a private institution?
But bro, the opposite is happening in the right wing. Elon Musk is kicking people off Twitter left and right.
When they're telling you your money's no good anymore. When they're telling you like, yo, you know what? You said such and such. Give me all your contracts. I can show you. I can make sure that I can send you from being a billionaire to a millionaire overnight.
However,
but they don't exist though, right?
No, I didn't say they don't exist. I said who's the they. You spoke about the media.
It's above our level. We don't know these names, but they exist, bro.
Okay, but guess what? Didn't you say Kanye's on a higher level in the tax bracket? So if he knows who they are and he was ready to go to war with them, guess what, brother? You're at war.
So what you're seeing is a man at war, right? So when he says, now don't get me wrong, he's said statements that has taken that both sides, white people of color could take offense to slave lives on White Lives Matter, DEFCON 3, blah blah the whole nine yards. But what we are seeing is we're seeing, because we can transition into the Kyrie situation. But
before we get there,
what we're seeing in is a man at war. It's a man at war with an invisible group, an invisible Illuminati, all that crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's like they really do control the. So, but go ahead.
I just kind of feel so Kanye has said some things.
You don't relate to this because we never got canceled, or we were never right. We were talking about, but there have been people that have spoken out.
Bro, we've never been canceled, but we've been held accountable for things we've said. Maybe not on air. I've said some things, even in our relationships, bro. You never said anything to your missus or your shorty that you're just like, damn, I should never said that. But I was real mad, and then she calls you out on it. And what you do? What you do? What do you do? You apologize, right? So what happened? What that's what I'm saying. Like,
but if he didn't apologize, he said certain things about the Black Lives Matter movement. He said certain things about the George Floyd, right? And people, of course, have always gone on a rant like, "Yo, Ye is bugging."
He is bugging. Blah.
They never canceled him. He never had to apologize.
Who you talking about? The Black
Kanye West. I'm talking
who?
about. He said things about the Black Lives Matter movement. He said things about whatever, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't see that as a problem, though?
Wait, hold on. And how come we never pushed for an apology?
Because, don't get me started. Great question.
Huh?
Great question. How come? How come?
I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking you back.
Just like you said earlier, you can't answer a question with a question.
But I'm asking you, how come? This is the problem.
Now you tell me how come.
So let me explain to you.
Please.
If Jews are in a position of power to tell you, you need to apologize or I'm canceling this, do it. I wish we would kind of balls up and tell Kanye, guess what? We're not going to purchase one more Yeezy. We're not going to listen to any more music until you apologize for what you said about George Floyd. It's the same thing, bro. Listen, I swore I wasn't going to say this. Now I'm going to break my oath. I was part of the participatory budgeting project. Look it up, right? And it's a project where the council members participate in council districts, right? Like District 45, Flatbush, Canarsie. There's different districts with different neighborhoods, right? They allocate $3 million of discretionary funds. And they say, you know what? Neighborhood, you decide how to spend this. You get together, you have meetings. It has to be capital projects. So like brick and mortar. It got to be like cleaning the streets, putting up street lights, putting up rec centers. You guys decide how you want to spend this money, right?
Right.
And I was grateful enough to have the opportunity to be an intern for District 45, Farrah Lewis, Jamani Williams at the time. You know, he's doing big things. Shout out him. Now, I went from delivering coffee to leading these meetings, right, in black neighborhoods. Ask me the percentage of black people that came out to these meetings.
Yeah, but that's not the issue.
No. Just give me a percentage. Throw it out.
It was probably, I don't know, 1%, 2%.
How is it in a black neighborhood where the government is literally saying, here's $3 million. You can spend it how you want. Majority of the room is white. It's white. And then Kanye said it in the Piers Morgan interview. That black people, we need to stop making songs about sleeping with each other's wives and killing each other and band together. So how are you getting mad that another group of people did it and it's working? How about you encourage your people to do the same instead? Listen, if I was Jewish, bro, I would do the same thing Jews are doing.
So if you watch the Drink Champs thing, he actually said that he goes, I'm jealous of y'all because there's unity amongst you guys. The whole night, everything that you're saying, right?
But then jealousy turns to hate when you're complaining about it. You complaining about people who did what they had to do. What are you mad at?
No, what he's complaining about is when he, as a black man, well, at one point in time in life, he was the richest black man in America.
Wearing MAGA hats and White Lives Matter shirts.
Come on, we're not even doing that.
Kanye is a clown. Kanye is a clown.
Anyway, listen.
He's a K-lown.
At one point in time,
clown.
He was yo, look, y'all know what's so crazy? It gets heated between me and this guy that
bro, because
when we were at the other studio, we literally were going back and forth about this whole MAGA business, blah, blah, blah. We pulled over and we were about to get it rocking, right?
You pulled over.
Because I told him to stop and he didn't stop.
If you know our last episode, this guy is a violent one.
I'm not violent.
Don't be fooled.
Listen, so
you pulled over.
So Kanye is using so the common denominator is that there's a lack of unity amongst people of color, black people.
But not everywhere though.
Everywhere,
I don't
everywhere.
know, I don't agree
in this
with that,
state,
bro.
in the United States of America, you can go to Canada.
But bro, don't you
can
think
go.
that's
You
part
can
of
go
the
to
problem?
Africa.
We always generalizing. How do we
It's
know?
every freaking where,
No,
bro.
bro, I
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
believe that.
So now when not a self-proclaimed but a billionaire comes out and he's doing different projects and he's whatever the whole nine yards and he's facing issues up there I don't see how we don't have compassion. I don't see how we don't see like, yo, you know what, damn, you're right. Ye
he wore a White Lives Matter shirt, bro.
Ye does bug out a whole lot of times, but his statement was it so big? Was it so grand for them to like literally like, yo,
Bro,
put him on the stand?
Have you watched the George Floyd video?
I've seen. Come on, dog.
So then his statement was very, very outrageous and just very, very horrendous for a thing to say. His neck wasn't even on his back, his knees wasn't even on his neck like that. Like, Kanye, just for 1 second, stop talking. Think before you open your mouth.
I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna say something about the George Floyd thing because look, man, we've seen if you grew up. I grew up in Brooklyn, urban communities.
Yeah.
So I've seen sober people, crackheads, drug addicts, people being put under arrest, right?
Mm-hmm.
George Floyd, what they call him, a walking giant or whatever the whole name was.
Mm-hmm.
He was high when he was getting arrested, right? The fentanyl they found it. So don't get me wrong. I definitely. I mean,
being high is not an excuse for being killed by a cop, bro.
Huh?
Being high is not an excuse for to have a neck in your back.
Whatever
bro.
whatever that cop's name was for having his knee on his neck for how many minutes was that?
I think it was 8 minutes.
6 or 8 minutes, right? You know how many minutes it was? 8?
Yeah,
8 minutes. Totally unacceptable, bro. Like you literally watch somebody murder somebody, and right? But it's kind of embarrassing too that when they run the autopsy, bro. Like
that's not embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
Not at all. Not even close. Not even close.
Why were the cops called in the first place?
I don't care. I don't care why you were called. Unless you were called that I was like doing a mass killing. Because guess what though? It's not embarrassing when these little weird skinny white boys kill 50 people and they get fed on the way to the precinct. Or they get arrested with dignity like they think they're Billy the Kid. I hope they get their butts torn open in jail. I hope their butt is like this big. Big. And I'm not going to censor it out in the edit. I hope they put
No.
No, I don't, bro. How is it embarrassing the man got fentanyl? That's his business. He wasn't violent.
But when you have,
they said he was selling counterfeits, bro. But people can kill mass people's fathers, mothers, kids, and get treated with dignity on the way to the precinct. That's fair?
Look. At the end of the day, because I'm sure you guys, most of you guys can relate. You probably have family members, friends that have an issue with drugs and the whole nine yards. So just because you use drugs or whatever, that doesn't make you a criminal.
No.
That does not warrant.
And that doesn't mean the police should treat you any differently than anyone else.
Police, and that's why I'm big on police reform.
Addiction is a disease, bro.
Right, but at the same time, what I'm saying, let's jump over to Kyrie.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Go ahead. Start it up. Because maybe I can start it up. Because with Kyrie Irving, that's something that we see ongoing. So Kanye has kind of, big shout out. Let's pause on that. Big shout out to, you mentioned Elon Musk. He unsuspended Donald Trump and Kanye West, two guys that you love the most, right?
You can shout him all you want. Don't speak for me.
He unsuspended their actions on Twitter, right? Because he now owns Twitter. So
because they're all Republican buddies.
Yeah. So we'll give you an update if there's anything to come on this whole Kanye topic. I definitely do wish that he uses his platform, like as he said, he's going on this challenge of 30 Days of Love.
Who's this?
Kanye West. Ye West. He's 30 Days of Love, where he wants to just he's not gonna, go on a rant and the whole nine yards.
Clown Ye, do me a favor. Keep your love to yourself.
And
take your right hand and show yourself love.
And
we don't care. I don't care. That's the thing. Why
and
do
more,
we
and more, wait.
Who cares about his 30 Days of Love, bro?
Wait, I mean, he's a public figure. He's an icon.
Who cares?
You care about who you want to care about.
Exactly.
So then he doesn't deserve care. He doesn't deserve love.
Kanye's problem is that he believes that everybody cares about him.
So I mean,
You're rich, get a room
that's
of mirrors.
identifying him as narcissistic behavior, and he probably is a narcissist. I mean, it is what it is.
Probably.
But
Listen, Vaseline.
Kanye West, I definitely I hope that and I hope and pray that, you know, even though things were taken away from you wrongfully so, as a black man and as from one black man to another black man, I know you will rise, and you will hit that status quo of the billions and probably times 10, whatever you
You know what he's
whatever.
gonna do with that billions?
I don't care
You
about
heard they're
that.
trying to sell him the White Lives Matter, right?
I don't care about that because what you want to do with the billions. You own Yeezys, I own Yeezys, everybody owns Yeezy, right? You've gotten compliments because of his creation, bro. So
His past don't have to do what he's doing now.
nah. Anyway, so that's from me to you,
move
Ye.
on
In
from
case
this,
you
bro.
watch this, and you're definitely more than welcome to fly us out. I even smoke with you, man. I'm just to do an interview with you.
I don't even trust where he's smoking. I don't want to be roaming the hill somewhere.
You know what
I don't know ayahuasca. Anyway, all right.
But next in line is Kyrie Irving,
Correct.
and that's ongoing right now.
Currently ongoing. I mean, honestly, me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with
Keep the same stance that you
keep
had.
saying that.
Yes,
now
and
you
I'm gonna keep
said-
saying that.
You said you was gonna wait till the camera came on.
Yes,
Camera's on. What was my stance?
he doesn't like Kyrie.
I hate Kyrie.
He doesn't like Kyrie as a person, and so
Not as a person. I don't like Kyrie's also very arrogant and thinks he's better than everybody else. I don't like people like
you ever
that.
met him? You ever met him in real life?
Oh no, but I go off his Twitter and his press conferences.
Come on, man.
He
So
called people like us pawns and peons.
That's your
I'm not a pawn or a
that's your
peon.
opinion of the man, right? And you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're
Correct.
calling him arrogant, labeling him arrogant. I mean, you never met him. You know what I'm saying?
Are you a pawn?
Huh?
He called you one.
He didn't call me a pawn.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Did you watch any media this week?
I've told you, right? Before coming on the show, anything that you're gonna say he said or whatever, please make sure. So matter of fact, y'all probably see it on the screen. So you probably see the screen. So just show me the facts.
Do me a favor. Guys out there, drop a link. I mean, I guess, listen, my thing about Kyrie is this. I don't know Kyrie as a person. Like you said, they're public figures, right? So we can only go by what they tweet and what they say.
Mhm.
Kyrie, first of all, Kyrie goes to Duke. Duke people, right, in general,
Mhm.
like if you go back to Chris Leitner, even Jay Williams, who to me, he's not that bad. He's gotten better because Keyshawn Johnson kind of put put a little control on ass, like calm all that. But those people, they come from money, right?
Mhm.
And they're kind of very snide. Just the same way we don't like those snide, snippy people. That's what it is with Kyrie. So maybe hate is a strong word. I'll pull it back. I just think Kyrie's kind of like a snotty guy. He's that type of person, right? But that has nothing to do with what I feel about the situation. So can I talk about the situation?
Yeah, you could talk about this. Yes, you can.
I just want to, I just like to present the facts, and then we'll get into that. So what happened was Kyrie on October 27th, right? He tweeted out a link to a video, right? And that video was called
Hebrews to Negroes.
Hebrews to Negroes. And it was basically, I don't want to speculate too much on what it's about. I've heard different things. But he mentioned that what he was trying to highlight in that video was about secret societies. That's what he said was his intention was. So what happened was after he promoted the tweet, Rolling Stones was the first one to retweet it and say, brother, this has a lot of anti-Semitic comments, things like that. And it became a whole public thing. He was asked to apologize several times. He wouldn't do it. He said he takes his accountability for it, his responsibility. And so anyway, it all snowballed into now where he's suspended. He's been suspended by the Nets, and they're asking him to do 6 things in order for him to resume playing. Right? Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay. So Jay's clearly ready to fight. See it all in his face,
No,
in his stance.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling, man.
Legs all stretched.
You know?
Gucci shining up in
You
the
know?
camera there. So go ahead, bro. Talk to me.
No, you talk to me.
No, I just presented the facts. You go.
So, I think it's completely absurd, the fact that the Nets Association, as well as in conjunction with,
I don't want my eyes to betray me for this part.
Cool guy, birthday guy, right? I think it's completely absurd. I think it's stupid. What Kyrie is going through right now. Like I get it. The movie. From what's that? Hebrews to Negroes.
Hebrews to Negroes, correct.
People were saying that they were trying to say like the reason why the Jewish community takes offense to that is because in that movie, which I have been looking for, I have a Fire Stick, and so with that Fire Stick, I'm actually able to like watch almost any freaking movie that you can think of. I put that movie in. I've been looking for it, and I have yet to been able to find it. So
You're welcome for the free plug, Fire Stick.
Yeah, yeah. However, though, so now if I actually do want to watch the video, I have to look up. I have to purchase it on Amazon.
Correct.
I'm getting back to that, right? But yeah, they're saying the movie pretty much is insinuating that the Holocaust Holocaust never actually happened.
It was made up by European Jews.
Right. You know, for families and that are alive right, generations that are alive right now who were affected by this actual tragic event. You know what I'm saying, I get it. You know what I mean? That's like a slap in the face. Like, yo, what the hell?
Correct.
So, because I'm breaking it down, right, on how I feel about the whole thing. So, Kyrie, we all know. I mean, you don't like him. I definitely like Kyrie. He's a free thinker. Kyrie.
You guys see the trend? This guy likes assholes.
Maybe I'm an asshole, right?
No, you are.
So Kyrie retweeted. Kyrie retweeted. The movie. I don't know if he saw it or whatever, or he read about it. Because I've spoken to a few people and they've told me that they've seen highlights about the movie, that they actually never themselves actually watched the movie. And there you go, right?
Right.
And here they go, and here everybody goes saying, hey, you know, apologize. But you know, and he's like, yo, first of all, wait, why am I apologizing? And he's saying anti-Semitic words, and he goes, how can I be anti-Semitic when I know where I come from? For Minister Farrakhan, we all guys, the Muslim Islam community, even spoke out and today, and he dropped something saying, you know, Kyrie, which is a young man of 30 years old, is on his journey trying to find himself. He identifies as an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, how can I be anti-Semitic when I consider myself a Jew? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They asked me. They asked him.
You consider yourself a Jew?
They asked me. I don't know, to be honest with you. If you would ask me this a few years ago, I would say no. Now I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about, like, you know, the 12 tribes, tribe of Judah, and you know, growing up before, I thought that to be considered a Jew, a Jew couldn't be my skin complexion.
Yeah, but bro, there's people our skin complexion that's not from the same place you're from.
Dude, you know, like, it's I mean, people could say like, nah, this is because you just definitely detoured from what I was saying. But
my fault. Go ahead. My bad.
People could say, you know, but even like geographic wise, like, Israel was one point in time part of the continent Africa. It
wasn't nowhere close to Nigeria though. I tell you that much.
Nah, it wasn't West Africa. But geez, what was I saying? So Kyrie retweeted this thing, and immediately Jewish media, just the media, but which is controlled by the Jews, right? Jewish media. Yes, 100%.
Wait.
Just went. Excuse me. All right. Just ran with the motive and apologize. Apologize now, brother, or we'll stop. We'll make sure we'll make it hard. We'll make it hard for you.
Is that really what happened?
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what's happening right now. And he later on apologized. Like, you know what? He apologized. He actually even gave a $500,000 donation. That's not enough now. So initially it was supposed to be a 5-day suspension. Now they're like, you know what? Nah. They have a 6-step program, and I'm gonna read what the 6-step program is, right? Oh no, this is what he. I'll probably.
Well, I know. I think most of it.
Go ahead.
So first, they want him to give $500,000 out of his pocket to any anti-hate initiative. Then they want him to take a sensitivity training. Then they want him to do a anti-Semitism training. Then they want him to sit down with Jewish leaders and what's his name? The president of the Anti-Semitism League or something like that. Then he has to meet with Joe Tsai.
Stupid.
Then he has to meet with Joe Tsai and prove to Joe Tsai that he's seen the light.
Stupid, bro.
Okay, so let's reverse.
100% stupid.
Tell me how you really feel. It's like, you fucking bro.
Look, we laughing, but it's a serious matter because it's not fair how yet again. So look, there has been numerous people, not numerous, but a few people who've spoken out. The puppets, Shaq and Charles Barkley, right? I'll show you how crazy it is,
Why
right?
gotta be puppets though, bro?
They are puppets, man, because Shaq
would have called Shaq a puppet to his face.
No, I don't know.
I had to go eat you.
That's why they created guns, right? Shaq actually went as far as calling him an idiot, right?
Yeah.
Just for his behaviors, why the Kyrie, blah, blah.
I seen that.
And you said the same thing. You don't like Kyrie. He should just shut up. Why should he say that? Look, he's an NBA player and he's also a human being. He has feelings, he has his beliefs, and he retweeted something. He probably didn't realize the effect of, or maybe it was going to hurt.
So say sorry.
Huh?
So say sorry.
And he did say sorry.
How many days later?
It doesn't matter, bro.
It does matter, bro.
It does not matter.
That's the part you want to skip. It does matter. And here's the thing, bro. Listen, I have the timeline right here because I was ready for your ass.
Because hold on.
No, hold on.
I didn't finish. I didn't finish.
All right, well, it's kind of long-winded.
Huh?
I want to talk.
Look.
Go ahead.
Look. Yeah, bro, it don't matter, bro. What we seeing being done publicly right now is just that's embarrassing, bro. And it's like it's equivalent. So like a few decades ago, what they used to I forgot I was speaking to my brother. Shout out to my brother Marcel, all the way out there in Boston. What's that? Buckhead, whatever, right? You know, back in the days when a black person spoke out about something, any type of truth, whatever, and they asked you to denounce whatever you're saying, right? What they would do is they would take you out in public. They would tie you. They'll whip you.
See, I don't like that. I don't like
care.
that.
I don't care.
Kyrie doesn't represent the black community,
I don't care
bro.
what you like.
He's one black man.
I've told you this situation is bigger than Kyrie Irving.
Oh, to you.
It's bigger than Kyrie.
To you. Kyrie, so if it wasn't this, it's something else.
Basically what they so because of the fact that he's saying like, yo, damn, I consider myself this too. So why do I really need to apologize? I'm not pushing hate. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying that.
Bro.
Shaq,
I'm gonna let you finish.
Shaq went
I don't want to interrupt you.
Shaq went on TNT and called this guy an idiot. But Shaquille O'Neal, and I actually have the links, and I will post it in the description below, actually owns a movie theater that has profited and has aired that same movie from Hebrews to Negroes, right? And he gets profits from that same video. So why we don't strip all his championship rings? Why we don't tell him to say I'm sorry?
You think the movie theater called Shaq personally and said, "Hey, Shaq,
the movie is still being shown on Amazon.
Prove it."
So
Amazon. I thought you were about to say Shaq's theater. I was gonna say, yeah, prove that. I want to hear that.
So why aren't we attacking Jeff Bezos? Why aren't we asking them to apologize?
Why aren't we? Why aren't we?
So we single out one individual and give him all these steps. Otherwise, he can no longer play basketball, which is his passion. He can no longer provide and earn for his family. That's craziness. And the same person, you know, I was going off on LeBron James, right? Because LeBron James and
he condemned it. Now he's defending him.
Huh?
So can I speak now?
LeBron. But you know what? I'm happy that regardless, it took a few days later, but you're seeing a light. What they're doing,
it's not seen. It's not.
It is seen a light. So what is it?
Can I speak now? Can I finally speak now?
Yeah, please speak.
Number one, it's not about. I always tell you something, bro. It's not about seeing a light. One thing can be wrong, and another thing can be wrong without making the first thing right. So, and I'll break that down.
Yeah,
to
please
you.
break that down.
Let me ask you a question,
please.
Right? If tomorrow you see me outside with a Confederate flag, and you ask me, bro, what the hell are you doing with this Confederate flag? Yo, you don't think the colors are beautiful?
If you identify as a Confederate, then you're a Confederate.
Hold on. Let me talk. I'll let you talk. I never said I identify as a Confederate.
You was asking me a question, right?
No. I never told you if I identify as a Confederate. I said if you see me holding up a Confederate flag and you ask me, bro, why you got a Confederate flag? I'm like, yo, I think these colors are beautiful. You gonna give me a pass?
I respect you. Yes, me. Nowadays, yes, I would.
Nowadays. Post Kyrie. So before Kyrie did what he did, would you give me a pass for holding up that as a black man, knowing what the Confederate flag stands for, and you see me holding it because I said I like the colors, you would give me a pass.
I would tell you you're bugging.
Correct. And if you tell me I'm bugging, and I'm like, wait, why? Maybe I don't know what it means. And you tell me, Dami, the Confederate flags represent people who wanted to secede from the Union so they can continue slavery. What should I do now that I know the truth and I've offended people holding this flag? If I don't believe in that, should I not apologize? Listen, I held the flag because I like the colors. I do not believe in slavery. I did not believe in the secession from the Union because of slavery. And keep it pushing. My point is, listen, number one, you're going to be shocked. I agree with you about the six
That didn't
steps.
make sense, but I'll tell you why it didn't make sense.
It made perfect sense. I'll let the people tell you in the comments.
You agree with me because of what?
I agree with you about the steps they're asking Kyrie to take to come back to the league is very excessive.
Mm-hmm.
It's very excessive. But the reason why they're doing it, what you have to understand, Kyrie has been a thorn in the Nets' side from day one.
Why? And can we say why? Because he decided he didn't want to get vaccinated?
No, it's before that.
Oh, my goodness.
Every time Kyrie got a microphone in the media, he was saying, bro, I'll let you speak.
Go ahead.
Every time Kyrie was saying something in the media, it was something outrageous. Steve Nash is not the coach. We can all coach.
Steve Nash is fired. He's still there.
What you mean? Of course he's still there.
Was he right or wrong?
Because he's a product.
Ugh.
Guess what, though? Jack Vaughn is not going to let Kyrie coach. Kyrie, the thing what you got to understand, bro, you act like you're different from the Nets. If somebody's pissing you off repeatedly, and you finally have a chance to punish them, whether it's right or wrong, I'm not saying the Nets are right for it because I disagree with what they're doing. However,
you disagree now.
As a human,
this wasn't you a few days ago.
No, I never told you.
You disagree now. This was not you a few days ago.
You heard me tell you the 6 steps was okay.
And I was telling you a few days ago that, you know what, bro, you got to put your personal feelings about how you feel towards Kyrie.
I'm asking you a question. Did you hear me say the 6 steps was okay?
Kyrie just always talks so much. He should just play ball. He just always talks.
He does.
Huh?
Did I tell you a few days ago that the 6 steps were okay?
I don't recall.
Yeah, so then I don't know what you're talking about. The only thing I said to you, I agree that the 6 steps is excessive. However, this is what I really think happened. Kyrie thinks he's smarter than everyone else.
That's crazy.
Kyrie is fiending to show everybody that he's the best. Kyrie did not watch that whole video. Mm-hmm. I would bet my life saved. I would swear to it. Kyrie saw the part about secret society.
I'm about to be rich.
And he was fiending to show everyone, oh, man, I found something new that I know. Just like Aaron Rodgers. They both Joe Rogan disciples. He went on there and was like, yo, you got to watch this. So now what happened was people enlightened Kyrie like, yo, bro, this has some anti-Semitism stuff. But Kyrie's so prideful, so arrogant. Instead of saying that, yo, I did not know about that anti-Semitic stuff. I'm sorry, but everything else that I wanted to promote, I meant that. That's all he had to say. And guess what? It would have been over. Instead, did you hear that uncomfortable press conference when Kyrie first started trying to say, I take my responsibility for what happened. How can I be anti-Semitic when I know where I came from? Then when that didn't work, he pivoted to what all black assholes do when they're pushed against the wall. Back in the day, they didn't let us read the dictionary. So the best thing I ever did in my life was pick up a dictionary. So, bro, this is your first time picking up a dictionary, but you went to Duke? So shut up. It doesn't even make sense,
but
bro.
You see.
It doesn't even make sense.
And I kind of knew you were.
We got to stop letting assholes like Kyrie use the black people for his agenda. That's what they're doing.
And I kind of knew that you were going to go this route, right? But this is what I told you. And I said, you have a personal vendetta against Kyrie, a man that you never met.
That has nothing to do with what I feel now.
Let me finish, please. Let me finish.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll let you scream at me.
Did I have a personal vendetta against Kanye?
I'll let you scream at me, right? Because this is what I told you. I told you even during the bubble, when we were asked to, when the NBA, during the pandemic, they played in the bubble, they played down in Florida. Remember that? And it was players had options whether they wanted to return,
correct,
whether it was because they some players opted out like Kyrie, where they just felt like maybe we're still in the freaking pandemic. I don't want to be close to people.
Correct.
His options of saying why he didn't want to come back to playing basketball in the season was because of the injustice and everything that was going on. Right. And you told me, yo, bro. Once again, he's a this, he's a down. I'm like, yo, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I respect the dude for saying, you know what? We got other issues that's going on right now.
So what happened after that? Finish it.
Oh, hold on.
Don't tell a partial story. Don't tell the whole story.
Hold on. So let's talk about a few of Kyrie's contributions over the last years.
Who cares?
Right?
I love when
can't-
everybody goes
but
to
you
this.
can't do this. You can't
if
do
I'm
this.
a billionaire, I can contribute to whatever I want. That don't make me a good person.
Can we be fair and let me get my point across?
Let's be fair. Before you go to that, I'm asking you what happened after Kyrie decided not to play in the bubble.
I will answer your question.
No. Don't change the subject and go back.
No, that's not.
What's the point of doing
bro,
that?
I started reading something. Let me read it.
No. Your Honor, you opened the can of worms by mentioning Kyrie's stance.
And I said I'm going to answer you. Let me read what I'm trying to say.
But you're changing the subject.
No,
though.
bro. I started speaking about something, right?
This a different subject. So
No.
listen. What happened was after Kyrie supposedly,
You're going to ask a question. You're going to answer your own question.
I never,
Right?
but because you're not trying to answer, you're trying to change the subject.
No, I'm just not allowing you. I started speaking about something, right?
But you're changing the subject. Can we just close that subject?
Changing one subject.
You said that Kyrie is so noble because he didn't want to play in the bubble because of all the Black Lives
And now
Matter
I'm
stuff.
going to read facts. So I'm reading.
You're
something.
reading about his contributions. Understood. However, Kyrie got caught in a party.
No, listen.
With no mask.
Okay, go ahead and say
violating NBA protocol, so he couldn't play.
Okay.
You're so broken up about Black Lives Matter that you can't play basketball, your job.
Okay.
But you can go to a party, bro?
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
Okay. So even with all that being said, right? Because he's not.
I'm asking you, does it make sense to you?
Because just because you agree and you speak up for the Black Lives Matter and you speak up for people of color, all of a sudden you can't go out to a club, right?
If you can't do your job. Why
That's
you
crazy.
in the club?
You can't go out to a club. You can't go have a drink that people do. You can't have a social life.
And you can't play basketball.
But so with that being said, please listen. I'm gonna read out a few of Kyrie's contributions over the few years, right? So Kyrie donated $323,000 to feeding American families, right? He partnered up with the cities to he partnered with Cities Harvest to ensure that 250,000 meals were distributed to New Yorkers, right? He partnered up with Nike to donate 17 pallets of food and masks to the Standing Rock Stock, whatever, something tribe. He committed $1.5 million to help pay WNBA players who opted out of the 2020 season. That was during a bubble, right? He paid off the college tuition of 9 HBCU students from Lincoln University. And the biggest one out of all that happened during the pandemic is that Kyrie personally purchased a house for the family of the George Floyd, according to the former NBA player Steven Jackson, who we all know Steven Jackson is considered like George Floyd's brother, right? So
he looks like him.
He does look like him. So what happens is that you create a six-step back to redemption into the NBA family because of a retweet that he did, which he meant no harm. There are other people that are currently employed, and there are platforms that are airing the same anti-Semitic movie. Nobody's going after them.
But they're not employed by the Nets.
I'm not finished talking.
They're not employed by the Nets.
I'm not finished talking, but everybody's going. Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal are employed by the NBA.
They're entitled to their opinion.
Huh?
They're entitled to their opinion. What they got to do with anything? They think he's an idiot. They think he's an idiot.
So
you think he's the greatest. You think he's the greatest.
So what? The reason why I said I'm gonna use my platform, right? Because clearly we don't see eye to eye, and that's fine. But what we do is I tell people that listen, we're so quick to place judgment, right, and point a finger. He's doing this. He's blah blah blah. You never even met the guy, dog.
What that got to do
right?
with his retweet?
So when you even look at all the media wants to do right now, because they want to force an apology, they want to force to make sure that he walks in this, and anybody who, come on, bro,
but have you been listening to the media ever since the steps, though?
Listen,
most of the media is not. That's not supporting what the Nets did.
That's not true. That's not true.
It is true.
That's not true.
It is true.
A big shout out to Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon's not the media.
Big shout out to Jaylen Brown, who was a vice president of the NBA Players Association. Whatever. Yeah, the NBA, and even big shout out to LeBron James, who restructured his statement, because what we're seeing going on right now is completely unfair.
But bro,
this 6 steps forward. So what they're doing right now is, in case most of you guys don't realize, is that, and there's even talks of saying that because Kyrie probably isn't going to, as we all know him, right? He sat out for over damn near a whole year or half the year, because he was
He didn't want to get vaccinated.
he was stern on his side of saying, you know what, I refuse to get vaccinated, right? He became the laughingstock of the NBA. Stephen A. Smith and all these NBA players saying he's this, he don't want to play, he's this, blah blah. Months later, now all of a sudden he's able to play in that same freaking Barclays and he's unvaccinated. So in today's time, all of a sudden, if you have a stance, if you're a free thinker, right, and if y'all remember what I said in the beginning of the episode, I said it's your intent. He has, I mean. Can it be an asshole? I mean, I never met him. So to me, I don't consider him an asshole.
Because you never met him.
I never met him.
So you have nothing to say about nothing he says?
Huh?
You have nothing to say about what he puts out for us to virtually meet him?
I ain't seen nothing. Show me it. If you ain't shown me it,
all right, so then if you ain't seen nothing, then of course you have no opinion on him.
But anything that I'm telling you, these are facts. So if you got anything, if he's saying something like, yo, black people are this, blah, 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 show it to me. Bro, maybe that'll change.
But why does it have to be about black people for us to care? I mean, at the end of the day, bro, he called himself an omnist. He believed in all religions, right? That was his exact word. He's an omnist. So if you're an omnist and you offended one religious sect, how hard is it to say, I stand by what I believe about the secret societies, and I'll let you talk. I stand by what I believe about the secret societies. However, I'm sorry if I offended Jews. How hard is it to say it? It's about arrogance and pride. And at the end of the day, bro, he literally said, how can you say I'm anti-Semitic? That's not an apology, bro.
When I'm that of this origin. He considers himself a Jew.
Who cares? That's not, but you still offended other Jews.
You don't care, bro.
But the Jews care. His fellow brethren care. So apologize to your brethren, though. That's even more of a reason for you to say,
and bro,
guys, I consider myself one of you. I'm sorry.
So, but I'm asking you. So now, why doesn't Shaq apologize
for what? For calling him an idiot?
Why doesn't Shaq apologize for owning a theater that airs a movie and profiting off that movie?
You know why? Because it's his theater.
So it's not Kyrie's platform.
No. You know why? Because the Nets.
Wait, it's not Kyrie's platform?
Correct. But guess what?
Is it his platform or it's not his platform?
But guess what? Does he play for the Nets?
Is it his platform or it's not his platform?
I just said correct.
Okay.
However, he works for the Nets. If you work at a job, if you see a girl that has a big ass and you slap it, and in your head you thought that was okay to do, and your boss says, brother, not only are you suspended, you have to take sensitivity training. What you gonna say? It's my hand and it's my opinion. No. So you work for a job. So Kyrie, matter of fact, I would have respected Kyrie more if he was actually anti-Semitic. I would have respected him. If he would have said, listen, listen, I'll let you talk, bro. You keep cutting me off. I ain't cut you off not one time.
Okay.
If Kyrie would have said, you know what? I am anti-Semitic. I stand by what I believe. Do what you're going to do. The same way he did for the vaccinations. I would have been like, listen, I don't agree with him. I think he's a horrible person for it. But I respect it.
You would have slandered him. You would have slandered him even more.
Okay, whatever.
You would have slandered this guy even more.
Whatever you say.
He's already an asshole. He's already this. He's already that.
Yes.
So you would have been like, you see, Jay? You see what I'm talking about?
If you're anti-Semitic, you are an asshole.
Crazy,
if you're anti-Semitic, you are an asshole, and I will slander you. However, the point is this: he knew what he did was wrong. Whether he intended to do it wrong, once it's pointed out to you that you made a mistake, any logical person who's not filled with narcissism and arrogance is going to apologize for the part where they, especially if your job, you know what it is? Kyrie has gotten so used to bullying the Nets, he never thought it would come to this.
It don't got nothing to do with bullying the Nets.
But explain this. Guess what he did the minute he was suspended? What
did he do?
Apologize.
Huh?
Apologize.
No.
Know what?
Okay, so
he apologized. So if you're such a tough guy, you're such a no. Hold on, bro. You're such a tough guy, right? And I can't be anti-Semitic because I know where I came from. How come when now they took away your pay, you didn't stand by that same sentiment? Why did you apologize? Because this is what Kyrie does. Kyrie is a nerd. He's a nerd with money.
Listen,
so he says things that sounds cool to him. And he don't care who it offends until it affects his bottom line.
Guys, because we I'm glad we were able to show you guys a piece of like this is real and authentic the way we talk about topics off camera, right?
You always excited when we argue. You get so hyped.
So if I decided to continue to respond to you, which I want to, but we'll do it off the camera, right? If y'all want to, we'll probably do something. You can subscribe if you want to just hear us talk for hours.
Follow us on Instagram at Meta Kings Podcast.
You know what I'm saying? If I decided, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let me make something clear. you know, I am a black man. No matter what I try to do, I can't change the color of that. But I believe that we are all an expression of a higher being. I call the higher being God. So I love everybody. I don't believe anybody is above the next man. We are all equal, right? It's just the ideologies. I mean, from birth. I mean, you could put 10 babies that came out their mom's womb and started, you know what I'm saying, started walking, whatever, you know, like toddlers. And they'll all hug and kiss each other. And they don't know color. They don't see color. They don't even see gender at a time. You don't even know your wiener works or whatever till you start growing up. So, you know, the issues that we're facing right now, unfortunately, you know, started from somewhere from a bad intent. And that's why we're going through what we're going through. And, you know, it just so happens that, you know, I relate more to Kanye, Colin Kaepernick, all these guys that stand for,
I already told, bro, don't do it. Don't try to do it in closing. I told you, you cannot put Colin Kaepernick
you can't do that. You
in
can't,
the same
bro,
boat as Kyrie and Kyrie, bro. You're
bro,
bugging.
I'm talking to me. You can't do that to me.
You're trying to be slick.
You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me.
Yeah, but I can tell you I don't agree with that.
I don't care what you. This is not about. It's not about if you agree with me right now. We're gonna do this off the camera. I don't care if you agree with me.
Okay, so when you finish talking to the people, I'm gonna speak to them.
Please, you have you have the opportunity.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Finish.
You know what I'm saying? I love all you guys. I love everybody. The issue that we see happening right now, I think it's extremely overboard. And just like I gave my stance with Kanye, I'm pretty sure you're gonna make it back into the Millions Club. Elon, appreciate you for allowing public figures and just people to be able to use social media and express themselves without being banned or suspended, right? Especially if it's not like, you know, anything like hate wise, right? And with Kyrie, I believe Kyrie is top 3 or top 5 best ball handlers that has ever played a game of basketball. Kyrie has definitely impacted the Cavs, Boston.
He did nothing in Boston.
And now we know my team, the Nets. So I definitely want Kyrie to come back.
Better since he's been suspended.
I definitely want. He's not even a Nets fan, man. So
I don't have to be a Nets fan to watch basketball.
Listen, I want you to come back.
Since he's been suspended.
I want you to come back, King. Come back stronger. I hope this doesn't break you. I hope they don't force you to retirement. But if you do end up saying, you know what, bump it, I'm gonna retire, whatever. I stand with you. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, you laughing, but
you got a room in his crib.
Yeah. Listen. I got a room in your crib. I got a room in your crib because you definitely got more money. Put me on. But that's why I stand on the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pass it over to Dami. And that's how I feel about these two. So the last 2 weeks I've been itching to come on this because, you know, people go on. I see people reposting memes and the whole 9 yards, and I'm like, you know what? We actually have a platform where we can come and we can give you live, raw, back and forth on how we feel about this, and use my platform to be able to and definitely share this. Anybody's watching right now, share this right now. Let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments and tag Kyrie. Go in the comments. Tag us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, whatever. Tag Kyrie, tag Kanye, and hopefully we get we get to bring them on the show. I'm definitely manifesting that, and I believe thoughts become things.
Yeah, that would be dope. Listen, in my closing, what I want to say is this: people are entitled to say whatever the hell they want to say. I believe that. Even the parts that aren't protected by law, I feel like as a person, you can say whatever you want. However, if you're employed by any type of private organization, they are also entitled to react however they want to react. So that's one thing you got to understand, people. You work in a workplace. In my workplace, there's certain things I can't say. There's certain things I can't record. There's certain things I can't do. I signed up for that when I took the offer letter. It's the same thing when it goes for celebrities. Just because they're rich, that doesn't mean that they're able to say things and the private company should overlook it the way they would for a poor person, right? So in closing, I would say this. Do I like Kyrie? No, I don't really like him as a person. I think he's snotty. I think he thinks he's better than everybody else, and I think he's a nerd. However, I do believe that the steps that they want Kyrie to do to come back to the Nets is excessive. I think that if Joe Tsai really believed as strongly as he did, he should have came out and said something from jump. He didn't. However, I do believe that when you make a mistake and you promote something or you post something or you tweet something that offends a certain group of people and you have a platform where a lot of people are affected by what you do, there is nothing wrong with apologizing and move on. And if you don't, you're entitled to not apologize and move on too. However, don't be shocked by the consequences. As far as Kanye goes, I was a big fan of Kanye. Big fan. I have a whole college dropout poster in my house. You know, my kids always ask me, what's up with the teddy bear? And I'm just always like, never mind. However, the minute he came out and said that thing about George Floyd, that poster went down. Because at the end of the day, he's entitled to say whatever he wants to say, and I'm entitled to feel however I want to feel. So to the Meta Kings community, we love y'all. It's all love. We love talking to you guys. Please continue to comment, share, post. Like Jay always says, the road to 10K. And listen, this is probably one of our more fiery episodes, right? But I'm glad that you guys understand it's all love between us. It's always copacetic. We just like to keep it raw, real, and authentic. So thank you for tuning to another episode of the Meta Kings podcast, where we might be canceled tomorrow.
We not be going to be canceled.
I don't know, but thank you for tuning in.
Let me drop my weekly.
Weekly words of wisdom.
Yeah, my weekly words of wisdom.
When a mosquito flies into the room. Let me stop. Go ahead.
There's a saying. I probably said it before, but it's been
no repeaties. No repeaties.
No repeaties.
No repeaties.
Let us not look back in anger nor forward.
You said that one twice.
All right, cool. So then I'll say this.
He hates me, guys.
Nah. Awareness. We're talking about awareness. Everything in life, and I believe this is what we've been seeing a lot lately now, and is just that a heightened of awareness in society. There's a lot of, there's a lot of woke people that not really woke. You know what I'm saying? If you're really woke, then you would know that the only thing that directs you in life is love, right? And that's so let's practice love. Tomorrow, right now, tag 5 people or text 5 people that you miss or that's been on your mind.
That's to appreciate,
right? You know what I'm saying? That you appreciate or that you don't appreciate, and just tell them I love you, and you'll be surprised how far an act of love can go, right? So let us awareness is you can walk into a high-rise building, like a building on 34th Street in Manhattan, and Dami tells you to look towards the west and let me know what your view is. Now your view is you'll probably see the sun, and you're like, oh shoot, that's dope. He tells you to get into the building, take the elevator to the 10th floor. You take it to the 10th floor, look at the same left. And now all of a sudden the view is a little bit heightened, right? You're like, oh shoot, I see the sun, and I see this building, and blah, blah. Take it all the way, so and so, all the way to the roof. When you see the roof, you get to see now the whole city. You're in the same building. You're taking
a different view.
The different view, and so that's what we want to do. And so I believe on this journey right now, I'm like Diddy, man, brother love. The only way we're gonna push forward and break barriers of hate and anti-Semitic and all this craziness is that if the next person was able to know that, you know what, I love you and I don't see color. You know what I'm saying? So let's practice with love. This is Jay to the community. I love you guys. Make sure you comment, subscribe, add tag 4 or 5, 20 members, and let them see this episode and what's next to come, because we got a lot in store for you guys. All right.
All right. Love you guys.